If you aren't aware of Hollow Knight Silksong and you've clicked on this video, first of all, how are you here? But second, I'd advise you to stick around, if only for a bit. Everything about this game, coming from the gameplay and bosses and exploration to its art design and music, is truly amazing. And that in combination with all of the attention to detail that Team Cherry put in and the massive scale of this game, makes it really an incredible experience. Just 3 months ago, in my original Hollow Knight video, I said that it was the best game I've ever played. Silksong is a little bit different though. It's not just the best game I've ever played. I think that Hollow Knight Silksong is the best game ever made. Starts at the very bottom of the kingdom, in Moss Grotto. In this tutorial area, you learn everything about Hornet's basic moveset, which is not too complicated. You can jump, you can swing the needle, yeah, that's it. While running around in the area, I found a couple of moss berries, which is some kind of collectible. Not sure what it does yet, so I decided to keep going. Wait, surely, is there someone down there? No, I don't think so. No, but I gotta jump down to find out. I'm back at start. Then I found this interesting temple thing, and oh, what? There's a boss already? What the hell? Oh, I think I killed him. I killed the boss. Hornet's having like panic attacks or something randomly throughout this area. I don't know what it means. Luckily, this person's here to wake us up, and now we can finally head into the greater world of PHARLOOM. That's the name of the kingdom, by the way. I haven't mentioned that yet. Who's this guy? Oh shit, I fell in a hole. Oh my days, bro. They just tried to drop me back to the bottom again. They actually thought they were sneaky with that one, bro. After a quick stop in the starter town of the game, Bone Bottom began exploring through this admittedly pretty spooky area for like the start of the game, but you know, it's okay. It's a good thing that the enemies are all very chill and you know, they do 1 damage, and that's... Dude, this guy does 2? They do 1 damage. After climbing through this spooky bone area, I found an even spookier bone area called the Marrow. Now, in the Marrow, there was lava. Yeah, it was kind of just lava. Who's... Oh, Jesus! I found Cornifer 2, the sequel. Not much like Cornifer, but they give you maps, so that's pretty cool. And then I left the spooky bone place because I didn't like it very much. So I went back up, and on the left side here, I found Moss Home. They had a couple traps set up for any unsuspecting dumbasses like me, but I managed to dodge this one at least, so that was good. After climbing to the top of Moss Home, I found something kind of interesting. Where am I? Weaver of PHARLOOM. Bruh. Weaver. Whoa. What do... F to bind? What am I doing? What did I do? Oh!
Go fight the guy.
Yeah, I'll go fight the guy. So wait, so he's on the right. Oh, he's... Oh, there's an arrow. This wasn't just a boss, it's actually my fast travel for the game. I went into a room and rang this big bell, and then continued on to the right, where I found more of the marrow. As I explored through, I began seeing more and more of these strange red bounce pad things, which I was intrigued by, so I followed them along the path. This eventually took me to a room that looked very different from everything else I've seen, with like these green mossy bits and this reddish looking dirt. Continued to the right, and there's another boss here. This time though, I was not able to beat it first try. On my next trip there, I went down instead, and I found a bench below, which was helpful. I also found this dude Grindel trapped in a jail cell, so I freed him by smashing it open, and I found the straight pin tool, which is what it sounds like. You throw straight pins. Okay, well surely if I first try the other boss, then I'll first try this guy. Ignore the other one. I didn't die earlier, by the way. Right? Oh, yep. Wait, camp him out? Ah! Dude, he does double! Oh my days. He does, okay, double? Gee! Hunter's March is full of ants, traps, and parkour on these weird flowers which have become a little bit infamous. However, I didn't find it too annoying. After all, pogoing is an essential part of this game, and it's really useful, so they had to teach you the mechanics somewhere. I eventually reached the first dangerous room in the area, which was this enemy room. Silksong uses these a lot to just be a little challenge without having to make an entire boss where they just send waves of random enemies at you. I don't like them very much, they're very annoying. I'd rather just fight a boss, but you know, it's whatever. This one is a lot more bearable than the other ones because you actually get help from the map person's chakra, which is great because I cowered in a corner and got carried the whole time. Where am I? I'm scared. Someone pick me up. Oh, I killed him. Yeah! So, some of you guys might not know this about me, but I'm actually a massive dumbass. You see, after you get through the battle room, you unlock one more main section of Hunter's March, which is this big vertical room, which splits off into like a couple rooms on the sides. I spent the next 40 minutes here because I couldn't figure out where to go. And the next part of the game is used by walking through the bottom left loading zone in this room to go and get Dash. But I didn't even realize it was here until 40 minutes later when my friend finally told me. Instead, I tried doing all kinds of stupid shit, such as pogoing this flying guy to try and sneak up to the area above, or going to the right across this jump that you're meant to have sprint for, which also wouldn't provide me anything useful. I'm a genius. Eventually, though, I was told where to go. Like, I got boxed over there. Oh, it's just in this room.
No, it's not in the room.
Oh wait,
It's to the left of it. Where are you? To the left? Yeah, that one.
you guys, are you guys on the right or the left?
Oh, wait, did I never go in this door? Are you? After that 1 hour plus catastrophe in Hunter's March, I was ready for a fun area after picking up Sprint. Luckily for me, the next place I was going to was Deep Docks. Wait, John, bro, we have these things. We can get money. Wait, let me get the bench. How many times up his face? Oh, you have to hold it. I was mashing. While I was having some issues getting used to the sprint jump ability, it wasn't too bad, and upon entering Deep Docks, I quickly found the map person, bought myself a map, and then immediately descended down through the trap door. At the 7th bell toll, send 30 measures, 4 beats smoke rock, 8 beats sweet smelt. Mark of fealty, all workers. At the 9th bell toll, send 20 measures, 2 beats smoke rock, 7 beats sweet smelt. Finding myself in another enemy room. This one was not very difficult, and I cleared it on my first attempt. After getting through, I found this person here. They take craft metal and money in exchange for some various tools, but I am broke, so that is not something I'm worrying about for now. I headed back up, went to the right, and found this white bug, who introduced themselves as Lace, and then proceeded to jump me. I found another one of these bell rooms and rang the big bell before heading to the right and entering Far Fields. This is another one of those areas where I didn't know how to progress, but this time I didn't have anyone ahead of me to help. In fact, my friends didn't know where to go either.
Oh, John, I've seen you go back and forth between the two same rooms, like at least twice.
I have no clue where to go right now. I don't know where to go. I'm stuck in Farfields right now, bro.
Yeah, I don't know what to do in Far Fields.
Yeah, bro, I don't know where to go. I think I'm stuck here. I can't go left or right, bro.
Where's your bench? You can just quit out.
Oh, my bench is in Farfields.
The area my friend is stuck in is one that I went to shortly after. If you go right in Far Fields, there's a ledge that once you jump down, you can't go up. And there's also a bench on this side in this tent with this person. Literally the only thing you can do while you're here is this quest. So I decided to start picking up spine cores because, you know, like what else am I gonna do, right?
So why are you grinding spine core? Oh, okay.
I don't know what else to do, bro, and I'm just assuming that it's gonna give me something to progress. If John is stuck in here, then like I'm sure there's gotta be something that you get in this area to get you out, right? Once you collect all the spine cores for this person, you get access to the Drifter's Cloak, which lets you take these updrafts and raise into the air. This allows you to get out of the corner of the map that we got stuck in, but if you go to the left and try and make it out, something has changed about one of the rooms.
What? What?
Oh hell no! Hell no! Oh hell
Oh,
no!
that boss?
What the heck?
That looks like such a cool boss.
Watch out! My floor! My floor! What? Yeah, so I explored everywhere in Farfield on the right. So there's literally just go up is the only. Oh yeah, there's a thing here. Literally the only place I could go was to head up through all of these updrafts with my new ability. It's a small parkour puzzle that's not too hard to get through, and once you get to the top, we finally get to a new location. That is... GREYMOOR is one of the biggest areas in the entire game. When you jump up, there's a crossroads. Do you want to go left or right? I chose to go right, and I immediately found a room which led to a battle arena with a bunch of birds. This is the most frustrated I've been in this game up to this point, and it's not even close. Bird room is one of the most annoying rooms in this game in my opinion. These birds fly around in these weird, awkward patterns, and some of them camp and throw projectiles at you from the other side of the room where you can barely even hit them, and some run up at you in your face, and they all do collision damage, which is very annoying with their irrational hitboxes that are sliding around. This is so hard.
It's so annoying, bro. Oh my god.
It is actually. These birds are pissing me off. Dude, like,
Alright, bro. We never beat it this way.
No, we're done, bro. We're done. It's fucking show.
It's over, bro. Yo, what is this, bro? Are you dead ass?
The playthrough ends here, bro. Dude, but like, fucking get back here, you little bitch. How am I on one health?
Oh, nah.
Wait, I missed a section. Fuck.
I got sniped!
I'm gonna tweak, bro. It's actually over. It's like making it like a max needle or whatever the hell. I'm going back and slamming these guys.
Yo, this is the worst fight in gaming history, bro. Oh my God. Dude, it's not even fun, bro.
I'm gonna die. I died already. You canceled my fucking shit, bro. Die.
I'm actually so sad right now. I'm actually so sad. So sad.
On.
Yeah, I'm just gonna gesture. I'm gonna gesture that I'm about to dash forward and then just not move. I'm just gonna not move, bro.
Oh, you can shift swim. That's nice.
Okay, I just got comboed a full piece from
Bones
5
throw,
health
what did
down
you
to
do?
0, bro. Why does it do 2 damage?
It's like Kingdom of Tears, but it's not raining. Sorry, City of Tears.
It
but it's
is
not
raining,
Tears is good,
forehead.
bro.
It is raining, bro.
And also, comparing it to City of
Not as
Tears
hard.
is very, very rude to City of Tears, I won't lie.
This
It
is
does
more
look...
like-
It's like City of Tears if it was gray and shit, and there was pigeons everywhere. This led to me calling the area Shitty of Tears.
Oh no, this better not be waterways.
No way you found waterways in the... except, like, Shitty of Tears.
Shitty
never
of
mind.
Tears.
Yo, that's actually
That's
the most
crazy.
rude description of this place I've ever heard.
After all of this suffering, eventually I was able to beat the room. It took way too long, and it's a bad omen for the rest of the game, because I think a lot of you guys who are watching that have gotten to Citadel know what comes next with enemy rooms. And all I'm gonna say, it took me a while, okay? That's all I'm saying, but like, this is just Act 1. We're gonna focus back on the bird room, which, by the way, I think it's finishing up just now. Oh my god, I did it finally. Jesus. After beating the bird room, I unlocked a bunch of balloon parkour throughout GREYMOOR, but I wasn't too curious to explore it. Dude, he's flying after me through the balloon parkour, man. Like, go away. Because one of my friends, upon arrival, had gone left and ran into a boss. So I decided to go check that out instead. While on my way there, I found something called the Chapel of the Reaper, which had a small little enemy room that I wasn't worried about, and when I got to the top... Is this like a dreamer? Wait, I think this is a dreamer. What is this?
Yo, hold up. Sequence skip? Sequence skip?
I'm doing bind again, so I think I'm gonna get an ability. Whoa.
What'd you
White
get?
screen, black screen. It faded from white to black. Bound the crest of the Reaper. Attack with heavy arcing slashes and reap additional silk.
Oh, it's like
Oh
a
my
clap.
god.
Oh.
It's like a clap.
Oh wait, yeah, my
I
attack
don't
is completely changed. Look at my screen.
So this game has 7 different movesets you can unlock, and I had just found the second one. Reaper is a pretty cool moveset where you swing a lot slower, but upon heal you get a white effect that spawns in these little balls that will give you extra soul if you hit them. However, that's not really what I came to this side for. I came for a boss, and I was certainly gonna get a hard fight.
Take your money. Your money. Take.
I died.
What about your
It's
money?
okay, they call me
I'll
the
go get my
ultimate
money
Sigma. I would never lose to this.
Oh, I respawned at
boss.
the chapel. Okay, I think it's here. Yeah, it's just in this big open area. Yeah.
Morwing is widely known as the hardest early game boss in Silksong, and it's for good reason. Literally every single hitbox that this boss has does double damage, or at least it did. I think they're nerfing it, I don't know what they're changing, but it shoots out these saw blades that have these weird curving patterns that can be annoying at times, and also has this attack where it sweeps in and dashes into you. Additionally, I'm kind of stupid and I run into the boss on occasion, which makes it into a very difficult package that was gonna take me a while. Oh yeah, did I mention there was a second phase?
Oh, I did it.
You did it?
I did it.
Alright, bro.
Yeah.
Upon my arrival in Belheart, I was immediately greeted by a haunted city, with some kind of puppet master above dangling all of the citizens like their marionettes. However, there's nothing to actually do in Belheart when you first arrive, so I immediately just left and went to go see Shellwood. Now, up until this point in the game, me and my friends have been desperately looking for a wall jump. It's something that you just grow accustomed to after playing a lot of Hollow Knight, and Team Cherry had deprived us of this ability for the past 5 hours of gameplay. Shellwood was the most vertical of all the areas, so it was the first time we finally got our hopes up.
Dude, this is literally just... No, that's literally a floette, bro. I mean a flabebe. Oh my god, Woof. I found a boss. Yeah, I got
By the way, I just want to mention that I only had enough rosaries for one of the benches in the area, and I just so happened to buy the one that was in the bottom left corner when the boss is in the top right. There's a bench that's really close by, but I was too broke to buy it, so I decided to keep going with this run back. Left of the boss room gives us the one thing that we've been waiting for all this time. We finally get our wall jump.
Oh, Eric,
To buy the bench.
look over here.
Yeah, this is Mantis Claw.
Very
This has to
dark
be
and
Mantis Claw.
scary.
I already got this, Ben. I have
Oh,
this,
okay. Then just sit there, because the boss is right up ahead.
Alright, what did I get?
I got
Mantis
my
Claw.
elevator.
Mantis
Mantis
Claw.
Claw.
Mantis Claw.
Yes!
Claw, yeah!
I purchased the other bench in Shellwood before heading into the catacombs of Belheart to try and find some kind of answer as to what happened to the town.
Vienta!
Oh wait, cause he's using the strings like they're marionettes.
Widow was low-key one of my favorite bosses, as his attack patterns were super fun to dodge, and it didn't really abuse double damage.
Second phase. Okay, I actually beat it this time. Wait, you have to mash it? Oh, okay, I'm out of the cutscene. We now have the ability to free the town and ring the bell here, which is great. Once going down, we find that all the citizens actually have things that are useful to us. There's a shopkeeper, someone you can sell relics to, and someone who gives you a nail upgrade. With the town now saved, I decided to finally head left from Shellwood, which sent me to... Here at the edge of the world, I have just one objective, and that is to reach to the Citadel. It's so close now, but this blasted area is in the way and stopping me from getting there. Blasted Steps is actually quite a difficult area to traverse. The hazards did do 2 damage, and the enemies here are pretty annoying, with this guy with the shield being difficult, and this dude with the spiky thing being also pretty difficult. However, I was eventually able to stumble my way into the Bellway. I bought the fast travel on the bench, and then headed to the right into this room. This is one I'm going to get quite familiar with, but for now I'm struggling through it because I've never seen it before. I finally reach the top of the room and go to enter the Citadel. Unfortunately, it seems to be blocked by these 5 locks. While I do have 4 of the 5 bells, there's still 1 more I need to grab. It is only in Shellwood though, so I leave and decide to go get it. However, I got a little bit distracted and did some extra things on the way there. Hey guys, did you know that if you exit out of the bottom left section of Shellwood, you can actually get to a new area called Wormways? That's cool, isn't it? There's like nothing here that's useful that I found, but I found Wormways. So yeah, I explored most of Wormways. There was nothing there really. I didn't find the Lifeblood guy yet, so yeah, it was pretty much useless. I then did a couple side quests in the Marrow, including these bomb guys and traveling with the Flea Master, or I went to Hunter's March to explore the rest of the vertical room with my wall jump. Out of that, I found an enemy room guarding some pretty basic stuff and the Chapel of the Beast. Now, I wasn't expecting too much of a challenge in the Chapel of the Beast. I mean, the one of the Reaper was just like one small enemy room, but this one was a bit more difficult. I had to get through Savage Avengefly. This is one of those bosses that seems like it should be easy because all you have to do is like either go under or over his dash and then kill his summons, but for some reason, I can never execute on it for some reason. This boss is like weirdly hard and like, I don't think it should be. I don't think it's supposed to be. The Crest of the Beast is a bit of an interesting one. It gives you these slashing attacks, which are pretty cool, and changes your heal to a lifesteal buff, which I think makes you do more damage, and also makes the first 3 hits you land after healing give you health back, in exchange for the heal itself not giving you any. I think this is a pretty cool gimmick, and I probably would use it more if it didn't have this weird down slash. Sure, I could try and get used to it and learn how to use Beast, but I would rather just like enjoy myself with the normal down slash. Even the diagonal one on Hornet's kit is pretty fun, but this is ass, I'm just gonna be honest. I found a cool minigame in the place where I got straight pinned so long ago, and I decided to try it out. At the cost of 30 rosaries, I could... Are you serious? Okay, well that doesn't count as one try. I'll do one more. Alright, I'm leaving. After doing all of this, I kind of ran out of ideas on things to do, so I finally decided that it was time to head into the Citadel. So you died to that.
Bro thought it was. Yeah, he died to that.
That's a tragedy.
I thought I was supposed to absorb him.
Oh nah, they got the. Oh nah. Oh nah, this shit massive. Holy cow. Act 2.
Does this do something?
What the fuck?
Sorry, I'm scared.
The Citadel. It's the area that's probably well known in Silksong for being where everything happens. It's that elusive late game area that takes a while to get to, and once you're there, you can get done with the game pretty quick. It's the end game, really. At least, that's what I thought it was when I first played through Silksong. But the more I ascended through this massive tower, I realized something interesting. Every single nook and cranny of PHARLOOM that I have explored so far, outside of the Citadel, is more like a tutorial. The Citadel isn't just one climactic fight or area. It's an entirely new game. So let me take you through it, because to be honest, I think this is where my Silksong playthrough truly started.
Oh shit, the elevator. Wait, it goes down. Okay, what the this elevator is shit. Bro. This elevator is ass. Oh, I broke it. No. Expecting a grand citadel-like structure must have been a mistake, because I was instead greeted with poorly lit tunnels filled with underpaid workers. This is not a fun area to traverse around because it's filled with these double damage spikes that I'm pretty sure they nerfed, but this was a lot closer to release, so don't get that luxury. And yeah, no, that's about it, honestly. There's this place where you can confess your sins, and I get told to go back to work, so that's fun, and when I do that, I find an enemy room that slimes me a couple of times, but I cleared it pretty quick. The Underworks is a weird introduction to the Citadel because, you know, the Citadel is a really cool area and they start you off in the worst part of it. Luckily though, it's not actually a very long segment of the game, and I eventually headed into Coral chambers are the main connecting point of everything in the Citadel. All sub-areas here are connected to coral chambers in some way, and they're the place that you're gonna get around through this giant castle. By the way, I just want to take a second to point out this theme. Dude, it's not an unpopular opinion, yes, but dude, it's so fucking good. Honestly, this whole soundtrack, like, if you haven't listened to it, oh my, it's so good, bro. I can't even put it into words. Back to me though, I was terrified of dying because I did not want to get sent back to the Underworks, and I think I nearly shot myself when I ran into Lace here because I thought there was going to be a boss that I'm not prepared for, and I don't think I had found a bench yet. Luckily though, she just was here to yap and moved away pretty quickly. They've updated. Oh hell no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. This dialogue did trigger the spawning of enemies that are actually dangerous, so I was gonna have to be a little more careful going forward. I ran into this white lock with an elevator behind it. I don't really trust elevators, but it didn't matter because I didn't have a key, so I couldn't actually use it still. I explored all kinds of random rooms and coral chambers, and I found a bunch of different unique things. I got up to the top here where these big guys are, and I was a little threatened, but I found a bench nearby, which was great, and I went on to the right to see what was over there. This is one of the most well-liked boss fights in the game, and it's for good reason. The bosses are in time with the music and have a very solid rhythm that makes them really fun. I say bosses, but I'm pretty sure they share a health bar. They share phase skips. I don't really know how this box works, to be honest. And it feels really good to be able to just dodge all their attacks in rhythm and, you know, you just get into a flow state with it. While I wasn't able to clear it on my first try, I did get through pretty quickly and then found out that no, I didn't get through pretty quickly because there's a second phase. This one is just a bit faster. There's nothing too complicated about it, and they attack with the same patterns. While I still struggled with it, I then killed the boss pretty quickly. Well, yeah, there had to be a third, right? So this one is the fun part, because... Can you hear that? There's like an ice cream truck on my street right now, and it's loud as shit. Anyway, so on the... If this is in the background, I'm sorry. So on the third phase of this fight... On the third phase of this fight, the music picks up, and now the two guys are attacking out of sync, which means that you have to keep track of your positioning, their positioning, where they're gonna go, and yeah. It's a lot of fun, though, because you get into that same rhythm, but faster. It's kind of like Mantis Lords in a way. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you to it. Did I do it? Or are they gonna get even faster again? Or is it just the one? Because this guy's still over here. Bro. Defeating this boss brings down an elevator, as well as these three figures that tell me to gather the three melodies to make the elevator work. While I still don't trust elevators, it seems like I'm gonna have to do it to progress in the game. I once again begin to explore the area, and I ring this big bell. These are familiar, huh? I find the caretaker, who's gonna take care of the pilgrims who come up to this bell, because it's now a sanctuary. After all of this exploring, I finally find my way to the bellway, and buy a map of coral chambers, as well as being able to make my way out. And I needed a break from all of this citadeling, so I left for a while. Just like last time, the game drops me in the Underworks when I'm not trying to be there. I actually wanted to explore White Ward, which I did pretty quickly and found literally nothing. What I did find though is a drop, and the drop put me in the goddamn Underworks again. I was confused, scared, and I didn't know where to go, but I did to my bench here, which I was gonna need because there's a pretty difficult platforming section that you have to go through here. It's got a lot of these explodey guys. Oh my... And you have to jump through lava cycles, and it's overall pretty annoying. I didn't like it very much, but I did make it through. Okay, so this room has the loops in them. Oh, okay, here we go. Daughter of a distant land, bind our strength to yours. The claw line is another horizontal dash that I unlock here, and you can stick it into these loops and allow yourself to reset all of your movement abilities and get like a little jump out of it. It also does bonus damage in fights, but I didn't really use it that much yet. It's very useful though, and it's a good thing for me to pick up early. Those of you who have been paying attention or have just played this game before will know that there's a claw line loop right here where the bench is towards the top left of Coral Chambers. And that was the only, like, loop I remembered, and since that was the central mechanic of the claw line, I figured it would probably be a good thing for me to check out. I am pretty lucky that there's a bench outside of this area because I struggled with the High Halls Parkour Gauntlet a lot. I don't know why. It's not actually the most difficult, but for some reason this one just had me messing up a lot. It didn't actually take that long to get through it though. The main issue I had was figuring out that you had to go below this platform to go forwards. I thought you would have had to go up, but then, you know, at the top was just the chest I just showed earlier. So I was kind of lost. After making my way down, I found this room on the side that led to the cogfly tool, and then exited out of this area through the bottom. There was a bench here, a big open area, and when I went to the left, I found something scary. The High Halls Arena is genuinely like the hardest fight in the Citadel, and I'm not even joking about it, like I actually believe in that. The reason for this is that it's like 15 waves of enemies, and at the end of it you have to fight 2 mini bosses. If you remember in the last video, I struggled a lot with a room that I dubbed Bird Room. It was a wave-based room in GREYMOOR that pissed me off. This is like 100 times as hard. We're in the big leagues now. This is why I say the game started here. The Bird Room was teaching me that arenas are fucking terrible. This enemy room has little to no run back, and despite that, it takes forever to beat, because the waves themselves takes like, I don't know, 7 or 8 minutes. And if you die at any point, remember, you go back to the start. It's been like 45 minutes worth of attempts so far, and I haven't even gone like halfway through. I have a recording on my computer that is literally an hour and a half worth of just this room and me dying to it. I actively started playing the game less because I wasn't having fun with this room. I don't like it. I think it's funny as hell because if you look at the file where if you look at the one where I actually beat it, I was on a call with my friends. That's this audio track at the bottom, and there was one attempt where I just went completely silent for, how long is this? For 5 minutes, right? And that was the one where I beat it.
I beat Widow, guys.
Nice.
Never mind! Never mind!
Okay,
Wait,
well,
why
that was
why
annoying.
did this bitch explode? No!
Oh, hell no.
Oh, no.
I died, gang.
Bro, that's actually wild.
So that shit was only first phase?
Whoa, whoa.
Oh my god, finally, bro.
Oh, nice. Good job, Tyler.
Jesus, man. What am I even here for? I forgot. Okay, that's 1 down. Okay, you know what? That only took me like 3 hours. It's not too bad, you know? I'm just gonna grab one more mask shard really quickly because I think I have them. I think there's one in like Deep Docks that's easy to get, right? Oh, wait, yeah, do you guys know how to get this mask shard? I have 6 masks. Yes. All right, now what do I want to do? I just slurred like 9 words into one sentence.
I couldn't figure out where to go, but I finally decided to go back to the Cogwork Dancer's Room because I remembered that some loading zones had opened up when I beat them.
Cogwork core.
For some reason, Cogwork Core really pissed me off. Well, I know what the reason is. It's because the spikes deal double damage. Stage hazards dealing 1/3 of my health is not fun, and I'm glad that they changed them to do 1. I think it's one of the more warranted things for them to change to 1 damage is like the floor. And as you get more tilted in video games, you play worse, and it is an endless cycle that feeds in itself on some Ouroboros shit where you just continually play worse and worse and get more and more angry. So that was my Cogwork Core experience.
Wait, where's the
Bro.
double jump wizard?
This place is ass, bro. You fucking kidding me, bro? This area is so terrible. Yeah, this area is ass, bro. This is the most annoying place I've ever been to, bro. Bro, like, what the fuck is this, man? I'm actually so annoyed, bro. This area is so ass. Oh my god. I just got wombo comboed for all 6 of my health. Dude, like, what is this? Dude, like, you're just, like, how is that even a sequence of events that is real? Wait, where do I go? The fuck? Bro! This guy fucking suicide bombered off the side of the thing just to knock me into the saws, bro. That's actually just, like, hating-ass activity. I went out to the side loading zone and took a quick pit stop in Whispering Vaults where I found this dude and talked to him. He didn't really do anything for me. And then I went back up to the big room in Cogwork Core. And surprisingly, this one felt way easier than the other one. I think I just cheesed it because like literally everything in this room is pogoable. But still, I don't know what was so bad about the first one, genuinely. After completing the puzzle at the top, I got access to the next melody. So when I was looking for the last melody, I spent a lot of time running around in Whispering Vaults. What I didn't realize is that all I had to do was talk to this guy a second time, because I'd already picked up the item. I brushed over what I did last time I was here in the Cogwork Core section, but essentially what happened is I entered the area, I did the arena, I talked to this dude, and I died to this boss once. Speaking of the boss, I actually went back to fight him. If you're curious about his name, by the way, he says it for me, don't worry. So here's my experience with fighting. Drobio is one of the most likable bosses in this game, I feel. He's got cool effects, he's got a cool character design, he has a cool personality, and he sounds funny. Despite his seemingly passive character, he still is a very difficult fight, and will not hesitate to fucking destroy you. Especially this tornado. This tornado pissed me off. I kept running into the tornado.
Earlier on, when I showed you that I talked to the Vaultkeeper, you might remember that I had the how the fuck do you I had the cylinder given to him already. Some of the more attentive of you might know that that's the one you need to play for Vaultkeeper's melody, so like I could just get it. I don't know how I didn't realize that. But yeah, I just thought this dude was unimportant and left. But after I killed Trobio, I realized that the melody icon is literally on top of him. It is also in the shape of his head, so I figured I'd go back and talk to him. And speaking of the Psalm cylinder, I've realized now, after I'm looking at the footage, that I'm a dumbass and it was the Saker cylinder that was the good one. But I think it's funny if I leave all of that in and make you guys think I'm tweaking, so now I was tweaking.
Nesvir?
So if you remember in the last video, after I got all of the prerequisites to go to the next section, in that case, fight Last Judge and enter Citadel, I procrastinated for a while. And I did the same thing here. I went to buy some stuff from the 12th Architect. I granted a couple of wishes, including some of the ones in Songclave and News. Monster Hunter wish. I built like a scarecrow, literally because it scares crows. That's pretty funny. And then I killed Savage Beastfly again in the 4th chorus fight. And that's it. Savage Beastfly took me an hour, and I was too lazy to do anything else. It's pretty funny though, because the thing gatekeeping the endings of both of these videos is making you guys watch Savage Beastfly, which... how does that happen twice? It's fine. That won't happen in Act 3. Savage Beastfly better not come back. There's a part of me that was like, hey, dumbass, come on, let's beat the game. On a completely unrelated note, remember how I don't trust elevators? I guess sometimes you have to face your fears.
Silksong is probably one of the biggest games out there. There's so many hidden details that I'd never heard of by the time I finish my playthrough, and I probably won't find even in a 100% run. At this point, I've got probably like near 20 hours on the game, and I'm going for the first ending, which I say in quotations because this game doesn't truly end. So while it might look like right now I'm climbing up to the top to put a stop to Grandmother Silk or whatever's going on, this is not the end of my journey. Just like I said in the intro of this video, this isn't where my playthrough ends. Right here, right now, is where it finally starts.
I killed him already? Or is it the second phase? Surely it's the second phase. No way, that's it.
It's the second phase.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you jump on.
Dude, he died so fast. Here we go.
I hope you guys enjoyed this Act 2 video, because that is ending right here. And you might think this is where the game ends too. The credits are gonna roll, but I think I've made my point pretty clear now. That this game has no end. Hollow Knight Silksong is truly just beginning, right now.
Title card. I'm going to give a quick summary of my video to find Act 3. So we started with double jump, right? Then we went to get pale oil, right? And then the big ass flea guy, okay? The big ass flea. And then over here, we got Flinch Slate, right? And then after that, we fought Cygnus and Gron. And then after that, we found the Pinterest and we got the thing. And then now we're talking to Chakra in Sands of Karak, right? So I did that once. And then I went to learn the Cloak Mist route. Okay, actually no, we're just in the mist, okay? We're just in the mist. Here's Phantom. I killed Phantom. And then I went to the Citadel, as you can see here. I'm in Whispering Vaults. And then I went to White Ward, actually. And then after that, I went to the Lugoli arena and did that arena. I fought the second Sentinel. And then I went to Sinner's Road and tried to get into Bilewater. I'm in Bilewater now. I almost died, which is pretty chill. And then I got a thing in the Eva area, the Weedness Atla.
And then here, I'm talking about the Biowater Gauntlet. We got Chakra's Master died, and then I fought Grandmother Silk, and then I got pulled into the void by her, but then Lace saved me, which is pretty cool. So that's pretty awesome. But then I was chilling. Hornet was chilling on this cliff, and the void thing was pretty big and scary. Then it disappeared, so it was chill. And then it fucking exploded again, which wasn't good. And then some shit happened in the cutscene. I don't really know. And now we're here. The parallels of this section to the Moss Grotto spawning thing was really cool to me. You spawn in with a bind and are on 1 health, and those reoccurring Hornet migraines start coming back. I don't know why they were gone for like 40 hours, but they're here now. It didn't really set in that some shit was happening until I got into the big Cogwork core room, and it was fucked up in there. And it really makes you think, what does the rest of the map look like? Well, I'm not about to find out because there's an enemy room here. And just like in the game's opening, I faint to a headache and get woken up by somebody. This time, it's Sherma, who has taken the place of the guy who goes, "Oi!" and is now taking care of everybody who has survived. I decided to head down to the Grand Bellway, and you fucking... So I decided to walk down to the Grand Bellway, and I go to take the stag. So, does the void, like create shinies, or it's a good thing this guy eats bells, otherwise he would have like eaten the fast travel guy probably. Wait, is he a bell? This cutscene makes me really happy, and I can't show it, unfortunately, because I didn't record my game audio like a dumbass, so you don't get to hear the little guys singing, but just know it was awesome. Anyways, I can now recall back to the Bellways whenever I want, so that's pretty cool. My map tells me to go to Moss Grotto, so I decided to go there to see what's going on, and I found that the Chapel Maid, the Bell Hermit, and the Oi guy are all actually snail shamans, and they tricked me into laying the trap, so now Void can take over the world or something. I'm confused. The three of them are like, oh, what? The world's ending because we let the void into it? Aw, shit, that sucks. Well, you know, the three of us can't do anything about it, so I guess it's your problem now. Go find a bell and go to the void. Oi. It's your fault! So I go to Deep Docks and talk to the Forge Daughter, who knows about a way to get into the abyss. Don't worry about that. That's just the world ending in the background. So anyways, so yeah, the Forge Daughter knows a way to get into the abyss, but she's too locked in to stop forging things. So she sends Ballo instead. I get this guy. I get the fucking normal ass enemy to come help me. So that's great. So this bell is meant to let me go down to the abyss. So I get in, and it breaks because it just breaks. So now I'm in the abyss with no way to get out. Great. Oh my, wait, this is actually so sick. What the fuck is that, bro?
What?
Kind of looks like a shower.
Like
what are they called? Shower caps?
Shower?
Shower heads, whatever. Look at it, bro. You can't.
Wait, let me see.
No, I see it. Oh wait.
5 thing. That thing. That motherfucker.
Yeah.
Ah!
Holy shit, that's a big.
Okay, it's fine. Yo, this guy's coming after me. What the fuck? I'm getting gripped. Damn. Oh, Jesus. What the hell? Where did you come from? What? Huh? Where did they go? I entered Weave Nest Absalom. That probably has a meaning. Let me look. The third son of King David. I'm not religious. Well, anyways, I found an ability in here, which is pretty cool. Oh, I get an ability here? What? I didn't think there were any other movement abilities. What? Let me launch. Oh shit. Wait,
What
that's actually sick.
fuck? That was tall as.
That was so sick.
After finding this tall vertical room, I decided it's probably a good idea for me to use my new vertical ability to get to the top, and I begin my escape out of the void. I guess it's time to re-enter PHARLOOM. Because Grandmother Silk is all the way deep trapped within the void and I can't get down there, I need to get myself a pale flower. You know, like the one for the flower quest? Yeah, I need one of those. Problem is, those don't exist and we don't have the GREYMOOR to supply us with them, so how are we gonna get one? Well, apparently you can fabricate things out of people's memories, and because Hornet has seen it before, we're gonna try and dive into Hornet's brain to find the flower and then take it out. No, this shit doesn't make any sense. No, but to get into memory, the snails need the hearts of the past of the kingdom. So I gotta get the hearts of the past of the kingdom. So let's go to the Sands of Karak again. Long ago, the windswept lands of the blasted steppes and the sands of Karak were once home to a different kind of life, an aquatic one. The areas were completely submerged and filled with coral and all kinds of sea life. But as we know, nothing lasts forever, and this kingdom slowly faded away. Dude, I was trying to do a speech, what the fuck? Anyways, as I was saying, all that remains is the decaying corpse of their former leader, sat in the throne room along with all of his soldiers. What if I play a little tune? Coral Tower is all that remains of this once great civilization. Just a memory of what once was, and it fucking sucks. It's like if you took High Halls and then multiplied it by 3, and then you have to do all of them in a row, and then there's also a boss at the end. Great.
It's not often that I get the fortune of first trying a boss. In fact, I think I've only first tried like 4 or 5 at this point, but Crust King Khan is the 5th, so I'll take it. Anyways, the next one I decide to head to is this one here that is close to like the Citadel entrance and Shellwood area, somewhere in there. After a little bit of exploration, I eventually realized that you could use Silksong in the Grand Gate and get up here. From there, you get access to a little secret area of Shellwood that wasn't open before. After running around for a little bit, I found someone guarding the entrance to a shrine, so that means I have to fight him. One of the strongest mortal bugs in the history of PHARLOOM had just that as their weakness, mortality. And so when the Scars leader and Song Queen couldn't keep up with what time gave them, the tribe was eventually crushed under the weight of the Citadel. Now they still attempt to carry out their duties of hunting, but instead just end up rage baiting new Silksong players with this fuck-ass area. If you Silksong at this statue of this ant lady, you can actually unlock a secret new section of Far Fields, doubling the size of the area. They really gotta stop doing that. Like, how fucking big is this map? I found this secret bench that got jump scared by like a spike coming from the roof. I thought it was a trap, but it ended up being something called cross summons. So I just ignored it and went down. I actually found what remains of their former queen, who's now like, I don't know, an unk now. But I used my void thingy, you know the song? So now it's time for another fight. return to the snail shamans with the hearts, but before conducting the ritual, I find their secret. Guarded behind a labyrinth in the back of their hideout, I find the crest of the shaman, which is cool and all, but I'm not gonna use that realistically, so let's do the ritual now.
What the? Whoa! Whoa! Ah! What the fuck? Oh, that's cool. No, what? Whoa, that's a cool. That was a sick frame. What the hell? Oh. Nightmare Heart?
In Hornet's memory, we find that she is the daughter of 3 separate queens, born and raised by Hera, trained by Vespa, and cared for by the White Lady. However, in their own ways, all 3 of them left her alone. Hera was forced to go to sleep to protect Hollow Nest eternally, Vespa and the Hive fell to the infection, and the White Lady kind of just fucked off. I don't know. Also, did you know that you could cheese this entire section with Clawline because you have infinite silk? I low-key did not have a thought in my brain the entire time, but
What?
as we talk to these figures of Hornet's past, we delve deeper into her history. I don't know what I'm saying, but at the end of it, we get the flower, okay? That's the point I'm trying to make here. With the pale flower now obtained, I can finally dive into the abyss and confront whatever lies down there. The goal here is to fight Grandmother Silk because she's resisting the void, which is the reason why it's able to take over all of her strands of silk throughout the kingdom, I think. This isn't the first time that the game has presented me with an ending, but this time I think it might be the last one. So if you've been watching since the start of the video, or you just skipped the end because it's hype, come with me as I make one last dive.
Is that okay? Third phase? Question mark. Yup. Where is it? What's going on? What the fuck is this? What is going on? What?
Hey guys, it's me, the guy who video. I'm the guy who keeps coming back every time I want to yap about my theme of new beginnings in this video. And now that we're at the end, you might be thinking, there's no way this guy can say that the end of the video and the end of the true ending can be a new start. But that's where you're wrong. See, I might be done with Silksong's main plot, boss fights, and storyline, but that doesn't mean I'm done with the game. So while it might be the end of this video, at least for me, I'm just getting started.
I did it, I think. I think I did it.
Alright. Ending cutscene. I'm intrigued. Oh. Is the flower going away? Oh no! The flower is fading. We're about to die in the void. It's gone. Oh shit. Oh shit. Damn. Oh, it's the... Aw. It's the night. Oh. 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 How wholesome. Did he let me out? Is he helping me out? Oh yeah. Oh, that's awesome. The little man. He saved me. Where is Lace? Oh, is that her on the side there?
Wait, is this the... This looks an awful lot like the Hollow Knight credits. This background. Wait, that's really cool. Wait, I actually really like that.